Hello, feral friends and fellow nature nerds. Welcome to Dirt Dispatch number 15. I'm your host, Tim the Nature Nerd O'Hara. So, we're going to start out with a couple of sad stories, sad news stories from the last couple of weeks. The first one is Grizzly 399. Grizzly 399 was struck and killed by a car a couple of weeks ago. And if you're not familiar with Grizzly 399, she was a 28-year-old female in Grand Teton National Park, which is part of the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem. She rose to fame in 2006 because she began frequenting roadside areas with her cubs. She had 3 cubs at the time. Now, over the next 18 years, she started repeating this pattern every 3 years, which is about how often grizzlies mate and have cubs, with each new batch of offspring. And this made her very visible. A lot of people got to see her cubs. Once she even birthed 4 cubs, which is exceptionally rare. Now, in 2023, at the age of 27, she had a single cub, but this made her the oldest female grizzly alive with a cub in the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem. Now, since her birth in 1996, she gave birth to 18 cubs total. So that's really amazing, and it's very sad that she was killed by a car, and she will be missed. The other sad story that I'll wade into a little bit, it's more of a cautionary tale, is about Peanut the Squirrel. Peanut the Squirrel, if you're not aware, was a social media star who was recently confiscated from his quote owner unquote and euthanized by New York officials. Peanut was found in New York City after his mom was hit by a car, and he was kept as a pet for about 7 years. Now, the guy who found him and kept him as a pet and made him into a social media star was not a licensed rehabber. So that's kind of the important point here. Whether or not you loved Peanut, whether or not you think his owner did the right thing, his owner was not a licensed rehabber. Now, I've seen commentary by people who are licensed rehabbers saying that from what they saw in the videos, Peanut was, first of all, overweight. A lot of the videos show Peanut eating waffles and things like that. And also that Peanut showed signs of something called metabolic bone disease. Now, wild animals get metabolic bone disease because they oftentimes in captivity, when they do get metabolic bone disease, it's because they're not being fed a proper diet. I have a friend in Virginia who does possum rehab, and she has seen many times people that have taken in possums who are not licensed rehabbers, they don't know how to take care of them properly, and it results in metabolic bone disease. So my advice to you, if you find an injured animal or a baby animal, take it to a licensed rehabber. Please find a licensed rehabber. With the phone in your pocket and all that it can do, it can find you a licensed rehabber in your state or in your county or in your area. Please don't try to do that yourself, because not only is it illegal to keep those animals without a license, it's often bad for the animal. Even though you have the best of intentions, it can often be detrimental for the animal that you're trying to save. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rant. When it comes to social media, there are 3 phrases, 3 comments that people always put down that when they first came out, they were cute, they were funny, they were amusing. Now, if you find yourself typing these things into the comments of a video or a picture or anything else, you need to stop immediately. You need to delete it, and you need to come up with something more original. The first one is mess around and find out. Although I'm trying to keep this show family friendly, so there's a better alliteration that typically goes along with that. It's usually on either car crash videos or sometimes people approaching wild animals like bison or bears or something like that. The second one, related to that, also found on very similar types of videos, is play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Kind of amusing, used to be, not anymore. And finally, please people, stop commenting on pictures of bears or mountain lions or bobcats or other large predators with, if not friend, Why friend-shaped? It was cute, it was amusing, it was funny when it first started, but now it's just annoying. Please, please, please stop. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for listening to my rants. If you want to support the podcast, please check out our Patreon. You can find all the information at patreon.com/dispatches from the forest. If you'd like to send me an email, you can do that at dispatchesfromtheforest@gmail.com. You can also use that address to make a one-time donation through PayPal if you're so inclined. Or if you prefer the Cash App, I now have Cash App. And that, my cash tag is Forest Nerd. So you can do that through the Cash App. You can also get yourself some Dispatches from the Forest merch. Check out our merch store at cafepress.com/shop/Dispatches from the Forest. I'm your host, Tim the Nature Nerd O'Hara, reminding you to go outside and get dirty. Dirt Dispatches is a production of Dispatches from the Forest and may not be used or rebroadcast whole or in part without express written permission.